here's an interesting question. Unwilling Mesophile says, what will happen to Andrew Tate and other similar alpha bros in the world to come? Thanks for asking. That's an important question that we need to be answering. You know, what will come of them? You know, what will happen to them?
That's an interesting thing to think about.
They'll each have their own unique and separate fate. There isn't one thing that will happen to every manosphere weirdo. Andrew Tate in particular will eat a bunch of bombs. He'll eat so many bombs.
That's true.
That it'll all go straight to his hips, and and then people won't take him as seriously.
Right, because he won't be fit anymore.
Right, because this whole thing is a fitness thing.
These are inert bombs.
Yeah,
they've been long since diffused.
He doesn't explode.
He doesn't explode. He just gets really fat because of all the bombs.
Yeah, bombs are really.
And then all these other alpha males who he's gotten to listen to him aren't going to take him serious no more.
Right. Yeah. Because they're gonna be like, well, that shows poor self-control and lack of discipline, and he's always yelling at me to get out of bed and go to the gym, and apparently he can't do it himself. He's eating bombs.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's gonna happen to him specifically.
It is gonna happen to him specifically. I know that we said different things are gonna happen to all of them, but I can't stop thinking about the image of all of them just greased up wrestling in a pit.
Well, I mean, listen, we have to be fair.
Okay.
You often put a bunch of men in a pit, grease them up, and have them wrestle.
It's gonna be an important cultural thing after the bombs go off.
I think because it's an important thing to you personally.
It is. Okay. it's the purest form of competition, Will. All these fucking rules, all this bullshit.
I'm just so proud of that one video I got of you watching Human 100 or whatever.
Where they do it. They actually do it.
Where you're just so rapturously, excitedly crying out to me, they're gonna get greased up and roll around in the dirt.
You never get to see it. You
no,
know?
That's true. You don't get to see it as often as you should.
You never get to see people get to the fucking point of things.
You know what? You're right.
You know?
That's what really... All of the world that you see when you look outside your window is just a gussied up, cleaned up version of getting greased up and rolling around in the dirt.
You see a guy... You could throw a football real far. You could make a basketball go through a hoop.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Oh,
who cares?
You can cook a good risotto and book up your restaurant weeks in advance. What does that mean?
Let's get nude, cover ourselves in grease, and find out which one of us is really the real man.
Right,
here.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, you can sell a house. You can do a podcast. You can, XYZ. All of it is just civilized man's attempt to feel like a man without being a man.
And that's why I think why it's such a good fit for all these manosphere guys is I think we finally get to the bottom of it, because if every single one of them thinks of themselves as the alpha, but it can't work like that.
Right.
There can only be one alpha.
Yeah.
So you just get them all in a pit, fucking grease them up. Maybe weapons or not. That's negotiable. We can cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
But we just get them in the pit.
Yep.
Fucking cover them in grease.
Cover them.
So that it's just so that they're slipping and sliding all over each other, and we don't throw the ladder down until there's only one left.
Yeah,
and they're not going to be able to climb out without the ladder because of all the grease.
Right.
So they're good. So we're good.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
We just tell them that whoever wins is going to be king, and then we wait till there's only one left, and then we shoot that guy in the head.
Right.
And why did we do this? It would take too long to explain.
Read a book. All right? Read a book and you'll understand.
We get them they all fight each other. We shoot the last one in the head. Now we don't have to worry about these guys anymore.
Right, exactly.
We don't have any of these alpha types becoming warlords. They've killed each other.
Yeah.
Using greased up fists.
Honestly, all I can say is I want Jordan Peterson to win.
But he won't.
Yeah, no, he won't.
It's like he looks very delicate.
He would fall apart in seconds.
I don't think he would. He wouldn't make it past the greased up phase.
No, you cover him with grease, he'll just have an allergic reaction and die. I had a sip of cider and didn't sleep for 30 days. Like the guy, he would die immediately.
You can rub some grease onto his shoulder and it would just dislocate. He looks like a brittle man.
Oh yeah, yeah. He would not win. I'm gonna protect him, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let him fight.
No.
No, it wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, no,
he's a frail old man, and he'll only be older and frailer by then. I just want to put him in a chair and just have him around.
Right, yeah, you're just chain him up in your basement and then go down and ask him to tell you his opinions. Just as like a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
Just like,
but no, I'm not going to chain him up in my basement.
Okay.
I'm going to chain him up in my living room to a nice chair.
Yeah. You need to chain him up just for everyone's safety.
Yeah.
Like,
he's
including his own.
He's chained up. He's not going anywhere. The most he's going is to the bathroom so he can shower, shave, and shit, and that's about it.
Right.
You know?
And you follow him.
Yeah.
You're watching him like a hawk while he does
at
that
all
shit.
Times.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to pull any funny business.
No,
he's an educated man.
He's an educated
clever.
man. He might pull some tricky business.
You never know.
Yeah. He's got that crazy suit. Who knows what he's going to do?
He's got the two-face suit, and he's chained up in a little smoking chair in front of my fireplace.
And he just gives you terrible opinions while you sit there under a cozy blanket and drink tea. Just like, you slowly drift off to sleep as he's telling you about how every man should be assigned a woman.
Dude, holy shit. Dude, I fucking love that. Instead of TV, just chained up Jordan Peterson talking at you. Not a conversation. No, just
yeah, and it's gonna be years before he even realizes he's chained up. He loves this. Like, he doesn't even ask to go.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna kidnap him.
No,
I'm gonna invite him over
Right.
for a special taping of Dragons, Monsters, and Men.
Yeah, and then you just never tell him it's finished.
Right, exactly.
You just like, it's like, okay, well, we're just gonna record again tomorrow just to get some more of it, and he's never gonna run out of shit to say.
Right.
Like he's gonna be happy that there's a camera in front
And
of him.
eventually I'm gonna
Little
stop
does he
letting
know
him go
that the
home.
Yeah. You put a camera out, it's not plugged in, there's no electricity. It's the end of the world. But he's just tickled to see it there. He loves looking at the camera.
I'm such I'm such a lazy piece of shit. I have a TV in my living room and in my bedroom. It's on like basically just opposing walls.
Right?
And I'm like, well, sometimes I like to watch bed and TV. So I just like wheel Jordan Peterson chained up in a little chair.
It's not a chair that has wheels on it. You're just dragging it across your floor. And he's still going. He's still talking as you do it. He does not turn.
Doesn't change the subject.
You have to put like a bag over his head like he's a parakeet in order to stop.
And that's the core of Western tragedy, isn't it? When you think about the dichotomy between male order and female chaos, that the and then that's yeah. And then he falls asleep.
Yeah, it was like 30 seconds later. Just
This gets me so bad. This is I don't know why this would fuck me up so good.
I think because like you would love this. Like you would like. You're imagining this and thinking, what a wonderful situation this would be.
Oh my god, dude. I'm picturing him where my coffee table currently is.
Yeah.
And just sitting down in front of him like he's an X-Files episode. Right. And just having my fucking lo mein while watching Jordan Peterson talk at me.
I'm imagining you at your palatial estate in upstate New York. Just like there's like forest outside a huge bay window.
Yeah.
And like and there's a fire crackling.
See, I like the thought of it being
just in your apartment.
In my apartment. What's gonna happen is he's gonna be thrown into the pit with all the other manosphere guys, and I'm gonna jump in there and I'm gonna rescue him. And I'm gonna clean him off. I'm gonna take him home. I'm gonna get him a new Two-Face suit tailored.
You drag him out of the pit, like people are trying to get him back in. You're pushing him back with a spear. This one is mine. Just like he is under my protection.
I want Jordan Peterson to look me in the eye and thank me for saving him. It's weird how badly I want that. Wow.
I feel, you know what? you know what I think your relationship with Jordan Peterson is?
What?
I think that you wish that he was your dad who you could turn into a better person. You wish that you were Jordan Peterson's son so that he loved you and you could fix him.
You know,
I feel like
kind of, a little bit. You know, I mean, I'm happy with my dad. I don't need another dad.
No, this has nothing to do with him.
It's more like I wish he were my son who I could fix.
Right. Jordan Peterson is a wayward boy.
Yes.
Who just needs the right mentor.
I truly and honestly just see him as a wayward boy. I don't know why. Because very clearly he's an animal and a monster.
Right.
But I just like to see him as a wayward boy.
He's just like,
and I want him to tell me that I saved him.
He's just a guy who's having a tough time.
Yeah. and that's how I want to see him. It's just a guy who's having a hard time who will come out of it eventually. And not as a fucking monstrous right-wing fascist grifter.
Right. Which this situation does not solve because it's not the point of it.
No, this situation
you don't want him to learn. Ideally he doesn't change at all in this situation.
Yeah. No, because then it wouldn't be fun.
Right. You just want him to sit there and tell you his insane opinions.
Yeah, I just want to hear him talk about, dragons, monsters, and men.
Right.
And order and chaos.
Be like, Jordan, what do you think about social media? And then you just snuggle under your blanket. He's just like...
I take the burlap sack off his head. And I think that left-wing politics are allowed to flourish more on social media websites because, well, that's who's in charge, isn't it now? Immediately. He wakes up, instantly goes right into it.
Yeah, there's no... And honestly, he's happier than he's ever been. Things are so much simpler now. It's just like... he just gets to say his opinions and nothing else.
I'm picturing him sitting at the island in my kitchen in a little robe. Just having gotten all the grease out of his hair. I've cleaned him off like a baby duck out of an oil spill. And I'm giving him macaroni and cheese.
It's like 5 years into this, you've let him off the chain. He's well trained enough now that you can trust him not to try and escape. He's just like wandering around in your he's just like he just stands in your house in the fucking Two-Face suit. Yeah. You had like 8 of them made so that you can only wear that. He's just smoking a cigarette. I don't know if he smokes, but he does now.
I don't know whether he does either, but yeah, I know
it's part of the vibe, yeah. He's just like smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
If you have company over and he gets too out of pocket, you're just like Jordan, and he's like, oh, he's just like,
all right, sorry.
He's very well trained. He's a very good boy.
Jordan, could you get the door? Yeah, master. Hello, welcome. Come on in. You can leave your shoes by the door. Master, they're here.
It's fucked up, but I could see that happening to Jordan Peterson.
I can see. Thank you, man. Thanks. I appreciate you saying that.
I can see, like, if you just spent enough time with Jordan Peterson chained up, like, I feel like you could break him.
He's a fragile man.
Like, I feel like it would be really easy to Stockholm syndrome Jordan Peterson. It would take like 2 weeks.
Oh, dude,
like, that guy's so quick.
That guy's fucking Belle from Beauty and the Beast as fuck.
It's so
Stockholm syndrome within like 48 hours.
It's so interesting because he's like a guy who has a lot of his own very specific opinions,
right?
But he comes off as like the most brainwashable person you could imagine.
Yeah, he does. Do you want to answer another question?
Yeah. I think we covered that one pretty well. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That one was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we answered that. What'll happen to all of them? They'll all get greased up and thrown into a pit, except for Jordan Peterson, who will become my pet.
He'll become your good little boy.
Yeah, he'll become my son and my television. And I'll be able to, and when he gets too mouthy, I put a little sack on his head and he turns off like a parrot at night.
I love how gentle it is. Like, you're not beating him.
No,
like,
of course not.
It's like you're just treating him like he's a parakeet.
I'm not stepping off the curb into the gutter, you know? Okay, so